This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Maraperoso government remains with numbers. Tumeriesa says opposition encouraged despite. And ceasefire discussions underway in Numo LLG. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Natasha Ovoy. Thank you for joining us. James Marape remains as Prime Minister after a successful vote of no confidence at the floor of Parliament this morning.
A total of 73 members of Parliament voted for the current Prime Minister James Marape today, while 32 members from the opposition bench voted for Rainbow Paita. With a successful vote of no confidence today, Prime Minister James Marape was successful to be in the office for another term. Pangu Party, with its coalition partners such as the United Resource Party, Social Democratic Party and others, showed their support towards Prime Minister today. Opposition leader Douglas Tumeriesa congratulated Prime Minister and said he has to address issues that are important to the nation as a whole. Mr. Tumeriesa said despite of having different opinions, but members of Parliament still have confidence in him, thus he has to fulfill his duties. Member for Finsaf and Open Rainbow Paita told the members of Parliament not to complain of any issues as they had already casted their votes.
Thinking must stop. If your conviction is that you have voted the Prime Minister on this floor, tomorrow you're not going to complain. Right. You're not going to complain tomorrow. No can gossip around the night and making politics. Suppose you give him support belong Prime Minister, stand with it on this floor. Fix the problems. Now your country you looking, you know going to vote in Prime Minister, yeah? You know going to vote in Prime Minister. So we must.
Prime Minister James Marape thanked his Pangu Party members as well as the coalition partners to have confidence in him.
We're supposed to be divided for him to offer consolidation and a symbol of partnership to work for the better of our country. I want to also thank members of my caucus from the government side who remain put to the vision we set in 2019. And so in doing so, Mr. Speaker, in accepting this momentous occasion, firstly, on behalf of Rachel, my children, and my people of Taripori, and Pangu Party, I just want to say thank you very much to both sides of the House who have made this contest possible, but the greater wisdom in our government caucus, the entire 48 members from the Pangu Party we have, as well as the coalition partners, for your continued support in ensuring that we maintain government. I want to use this.
He said he did not offer anything, but they had trusted him. Thus, he has been given the opportunity to be the Prime Minister of this country.
Any more time. We have squandered months to politicking. Precious time which we could have invested in bettering the lives of our people. Vote of no confidence, Mr. Speaker, unfortunately has become the recurring theme of every government since independence. I have pointed out many times that the average life of our government since 1975, if we put together, has not been more than 2 or 3 years. We have had many changes of government.
He said much time have been spent on politics. The vote of no confidence motion was successfully completed today and the Parliament was adjourned to the 23rd of November. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Chuave MP and Deputy Opposition Leader James Nomane said the Prime Minister James Marape should tender his resignation, looking at the harsh reality the country is facing.
Deputy Opposition Leader James Nomane said inflation rates are high, law and order issues are rising, and the cost of living is very high under the Marape-led government.
Whilst there's a VONC happening, or whilst the opposition is doing their job and holding them to account, then you're completely incompetent. You should tender your resignation. we should stop the raw deal that we're giving to the people of Papua New Guinea. And this is the message. So today was round 1 of the VONC, and round 2 will come. And this can't be allowed to continue. So you can't sit there and then say, oh, the opposition's impeding socioeconomic indicators here. We're impeding government performance. We don't get any funding. In the budget, the opposition doesn't get any funding. So we're here, we're making a call that law and orders failed, that the health sector has absolutely failed, that education has failed, that we have a youth bulge issue in the country that there's absolutely no solution for. Unemployment's just through the roof, and you've got all these economic indicators that are just regressing. They're going downhill. Cost of living crisis, inflation. People can't afford to buy tin fish and rice.
He said the country is heading towards becoming a banana republic.
So we have to judge our Prime Minister based on the content of his character. Is what is happening here just and fair? Is it honest? Is he maintaining his integrity? The answer is a complete no. So we've got to stop the charade, and Papua New Guineans got to just not accept this facade that's been propagated here by James Marape and his Pangu cohorts. It's not good enough. And that's the call. And we stand by that call because things will not improve.
Adding on to that, East New Britain Regional Member Sisinran Mutuvel said all opposition MPs do not receive the promised DSIP and PSIP funds.
Referring to the Prime Minister's commitment that he says that the funds are distributed equally, fairly, and he's not going to deprive anyone in opposition, but it is totally contradictory to the reality. Like, since May 2024 until now, I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but it is the reality where most of the MPs on government side have received 9 million kina for their SIPs, whether it be DSIP or PSIP. But for us, even in the province, I can only refer to Western Britain, like we have received, all of us received only 4 million kina.
James Guken, National EMTV News.
The opposition leader has called on Prime Minister James Marape to change the course of the nation. He said issues like increase in price of goods and services and law and order must be dealt forthwith.
But not for individuals alone.
Meanwhile, the opposition leader Douglas Tomuriesa said since Prime Minister was given another opportunity, he has to get some things right for the country.
Economy block country and struggle. You will survey. I cannot talk on that. Further elaborate on that. The forex of this nation have struggled. Law and order, Mr. Speaker, am affecting Papua New Guinea. It has affected Papua New Guinea that even our mothers walking down to the markets today are always looking over their shoulders. You must fix him, Mr. Prime Minister.
He said the main issue is inflation that is affecting the country as a whole.
I hope he's really correct. Because Kai goods and services, price blame go on top there, affecting the people of Papua New Guinea, Mr. Speaker. Fuel cost for that matter, Mr. Speaker. Hospitals, no got drugs. And someone out there will tell me, Giaman, let me tell you, on Monday, there's a plane that flew out of Port Moresby to Kiriwina. And good enough. What did we load? We loaded drugs from Port Moresby, from Borneo Pacific into Kiriwina, good enough. Because my people do not have medicines. Mr. Prime Minister, Miss Have all coalition leaders blow you or talk blow you, please. I don't have to elaborate and bore you. But please, from the bottom of my heart, I'm begging you and asking you, one time all ministers play you, change the course of this nation.
Mr. Tomuriesa has asked Prime Minister James Marape to look into major projects that are yet to be opened.
I stand here to speak to our Prime Minister. Major projects are yet to open that you have announced in the last 2 years, in the last 3 years. These projects have been delayed and delayed. Unemployment is killing our young people and our people in this country. You have made major announcements. Please allow these announcements to begin to Karim Kaikai Pastel. Mr. Speaker, I am here as the opposition leader. Prime Minister, suppose you need lo tok tok lo mipla, we are here to talk to you. I would like to now, on behalf of the opposition, please allow debate or allow us to...
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister James Marape said Pangu Party and its coalition are taking stock of what they need to do for the country.
After the parliament sitting, Prime Minister, together with his coalition partners, assured the people of Papua New Guinea to look into the issues that were raised by the opposition team on the floor of Parliament and the country as a whole. Prime Minister said they will be held accountable for the things that they are doing for the country and those that they are not doing.
Own party interests, especially from policy perspectives, and we took stock of ourselves. As we've done the last week, we were in recess. Today, after successfully going through and defeating the motion of vote of no confidence that was placed on the table last week, the leaders then basically summoned myself and Deputy Prime Minister to give account for where we are and what we must do. And I just want to say,
he assured the country that they will sit on the 7th of October and discuss on what they have done and what they will do in the future.
Right after the vote took place, we adjourned and we came upstairs and we were sitting and discussing right through. Much of the review, the senior leadership team here basically hold myself and Deputy Prime Minister to account for what we have done and what we must do. 7th of October, we will then go through what we've done and where we must go, considering the current needs of our country that is prevalent, as well as what we need to do going forward. We speak in the face of our 49...
Governor for Oro Province, Gary Jufo, said the government has taken note of the points that were raised by the opposition team.
Meet regularly with our Prime Minister on a quarterly basis so that we may keep track of these issues that are affecting our country, issues such as energy, forex, law and order especially, and others that confront us. We take note of the opposition. They've put some very credible concerns forward, and we will be reviewing this periodically and making an effort to addressing these issues as a team.
Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News.
The opposition team, after losing the vote of no confidence, is encouraged, says the opposition leader Douglas Tumiriesa.
Opposition leader Douglas Tumiriesa said the opposition team are encouraged despite losing the vote of no confidence. This comes after observing the current government losing a significant number of its members.
Though we lost, but we are encouraged. And we want to tell our people of Papua New Guinea that this is not the end. We'll regroup, we'll strengthen our position, and you'll see us again. But today has demonstrated that when the Prime Minister came in after the elections, he was voted in by 104 members of Parliament. Today, the Prime Minister has lost 1/3 of that number. And take note of that. That this time around, he only mustered 75 votes. And that gives us encouragement that we are doing the right thing.
He said they are going to fix whatever they have to and also talk to the government members to join the opposition team.
You heard on the floor of Parliament, we emphasized through the speakers, myself and the alternate Prime Minister, that the country currently is going through a lot of struggle. And I cannot emphasize more further on this. We all know the country's struggles. And Prime Minister cannot continue to tell lies to the people of Papua New Guinea with his treasure. The reason why we brought in the vote of no confidence is because we know the country is going through a lot of struggle.
Adding on to that, a disappointed Medang MP Brian Kramer said the Speaker did not follow the constitutional process by allowing them to debate the vote of no confidence before they voted.
As you witnessed today in Parliament, there was a heated debate over whether or not the motion of vote of no confidence should be debated. And from the opposition's point of view, it was our view that it was a constitutional right for debate on the floor of Parliament. Where in Order 2, it says the declaration that the actions of the acting Speaker of Parliament and Chairman of the Committee on the Private Business in preventing the debate of a no-confidence motion lodged then on the 7th of June 2016 by Parliament is contrary to the principle of responsible government enshrined in sections 141, 142 subsection 5A, and section 144 of the Constitution, and is illegal.
James Guken, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Start your day the smart way with the new Smart Start Breakfast Biscuit. Whether you are busy or on a budget, Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits gives you a healthy and affordable breakfast to set you up for school or play. Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits are fortified with essential vitamins for body or brain health. They contain vitamin A for healthy growth and development, vitamin B6 for healthy metabolism, immune system and brain development, and vitamin B12 for nerve and cell health. Proudly made by Paradise Foods.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. Holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
It's the simple things that make life more meaningful and memorable. To rejuvenate in a perfect setting and enjoy every moment. It's about your time, enjoying great taste, to relax and unwind. Shady Rest Hotel, a great place to stay in paradise.
Are you thirsty for more? Celebrate this independence with Pepsi's new look, same great taste, and lower than low prices. Only $2.20 in stores now. Includes Pepsi, Pepsi Max, 7-Up, Mirinda, Mountain Dew, Gold Spot, and Coca-Cola. Hurry to your nearest store for more.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
EMTV presents Vocal Fusion Season 11, 2024. The Top 5 airs this Sunday at 7:30. Stay tuned to your number one to watch, EMTV.
You're watching National EMTV News. Hostility between Suandogum and several villages in the Numo local level government in East Sepik province has resulted in 3 reported deaths, prompting urgent calls for a ceasefire to restore normalcy to the Kubalia Secondary School and Kubalia Station. The death stemmed from an incident in which a grade 12 student from Kubalia Secondary School in the Yanguru Sausia district was reported to have been fatally shot by thugs from Suandogum village after a failed robbery attempt at the school on Sunday night, 8th of September. This tragic event has escalated into a cycle of violence, with an in-law of a Suandagum villager being slashed to death in retaliation. It was noted that 2 victims now remain critically ill in the intensive care unit at the Boram General Hospital. One victim, a student, sustained pellet wounds, and the other, a teacher, suffers knife wounds and burns after being locked in his house and set on fire. A prominent local leader and businessman, Andreas Homba, has been vocal calling for peace and reconciliation. While discussions are still underway for a ceasefire, Kubalia Secondary seems plagued with unsettling emptiness, as students and staff were noted to have fled the area in fear for their safety. The Governor for National Capital District, Poes Pakop, has provided directives to the NCD City Manager and the Metropolitan Superintendent to provide a venue for street vendors in the city. He announced this in a press conference in Port Moresby.
Where people come in, they can always come.
Evidently seen at traffic lights in Port Moresby City, the number of street vendors is increasing, raising concerns of security for the general public.
If we are, and we should remove them from Main Street at the junction, but they still need to be facilitated to enable them to continue to vend and earn an income, because a lot of our people, they depend on this type of activity, SME activity, to generate income.
Governor Pakop said with the increased cost of living, people need a second and third income to survive. He said keeping the city clean and meeting the social and economic needs of the people must be balanced. The governor further announced that an initiative under PSIP will be launched after independence. This will focus on removing vendors under the street lights within the city.
We have already engaged under PSIP funding a company to be based there and to ensure people are not vending there anymore. It's not acceptable. It's a security risk. It has sadly been costly.
Pakop extended his condolences to the families of a female motorist who tragically lost their life recently at one of the traffic lights in the city.
I want to offer the deepest sincere, condolences to the family of, a motorist who, got, tragically passed away because somebody masquerading as a vendor stole a bag, picking it out from a car, and she had to chase that thief, a criminal, and she got hit by another vehicle. So that's very tragic, costly.
Governor Pakop said such unfortunate situations will not be allowed to happen again. He urged the vendors to utilize the marketplaces allocated to them for selling. Malinta Yopolo, National MTV News.
The Foursquare Gospel Church of Papua New Guinea is now the 8th church to be recognized as a partner in education by the Department of Education. Deputy Secretary, Policy and Planning for the department, John Kawage, said under the new policy, Leave No Child Behind, Christian curriculum and value education, along with early childhood education, will be taken on board by the church. He highlighted that biblical knowledge and godly principles at an early age are the way forward. The church was officially presented their Foursquare Education Agency registration certificate earlier this month at the Sunrise Church in Goroka. 5-year-old students from Bukbilong, Pikinni successfully celebrated Literacy Week. The event was sponsored by ExxonMobil and other significant partners of Bukbilong, Pikinini.
The Literacy Week was celebrated at all Bukbilong Pikinini's library learning centers. The celebration saw popular figures like David Mead, Ryan Pinney, and Chef Jules Enau as role models speak to the children. Many different organizations also participated in celebrating the Literacy Week. Coinciding with the Literacy Week, Bukbilong Pikinini introduced a new nutrition education program developed with the support from Trukai Industries. Launched 2 new books called The True and Kai, Unlock the Secret Powers of Superfoods, and activity books for teachers, students and families, as well as Parents' Guide to Child Nutrition. The nutrition program includes a vital awareness program delivered in partnership with CPL nurses and doctors. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nesfan market report. The kina closed lower at $0.2562 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, Yokina was buying $0.2487 US, $0.3709 Australian dollars, $0.2180 euro, and 35.04 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading higher, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed lower, copper closed higher, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed higher. On the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX 200 is trading lower, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
$80.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Your stay, your house, your home.
Are you thirsty for more? Celebrate this independence with Pepsi's new look, same great taste, and lower than low prices. Only $2.20 in stores now. Includes Pepsi, Pepsi Max, 7-Up, Mirinda, Mountain Dew, Gold Spot, and Coca-Cola. Hurry to your nearest store for more.
Happy 49th anniversary, Papua New Guinea.
You're watching National MTV News, and now moving to overseas news. The most powerful storm to hit Asia this year continues to cause havoc in Vietnam, killing dozens of people in flooding and landslides and forcing thousands to evacuate, including from the capital, Hanoi. Parts of Northern Ireland are now being slammed by the storm, and much of the country is bracing for the possibility of dangerous flash flooding.
Days after Typhoon Yagi was downgraded to a tropical cyclone, it's still causing these deadly floods and landslides right across Vietnam's north. In the capital, Hanoi, thousands of people have been evacuated from their homes after the Red River rose to its highest level in 20 years. And students at many schools in Hanoi have been told to stay home for the rest of the week because of that risk of flooding. But the hardest hit areas, of course, are up the river. We saw that dramatic footage earlier this week of a bridge collapsing into the river, and now there's a devastating story about an entire village, a hamlet in Vietnam's north that's been buried in mud and debris from a landslide, killing dozens of people there. And that's added to this growing death toll, and also the dozens and dozens of people who are still missing, still unaccounted for in Vietnam as a result of this disaster. And as well as the human toll, this of course has impacted many of the factories and warehouses in these industrial hubs in northern Vietnam. So it's likely to have big flow-on effects for the global supply chain and also big economic impacts for that country. But Vietnam's not the only place that's been impacted by Typhoon Yagi. Of course, this is the biggest storm that Asia has seen this year, the second biggest that the world has seen after Cyclone Beryl. It first hit the Philippines and then the Chinese island of Hainan before making landfall in Vietnam. And now Thailand is copping some of the heavy rain, some of the winds, and some of these landslides that we've seen elsewhere. The northern provinces of Chiang Mai and Chiang Rai have already been badly hit. There are several people dead there and many, many homes flooded. And now there are warnings in dozens of provinces right across Thailand, including here in Bangkok where I am, of heavy rain and flash flooding in the coming days. So it looks like this disaster is far from over.
U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris and Republican nominee Donald Trump have shaken hands at a 9/11 commemorative event after their televised presidential debate.
They were both in New York. It's the 23rd anniversary of the terrorist attacks on the U.S. Joe Biden was there with Kamala Harris. Donald Trump was there with his running mate, J.D. Vance. And the handshake seemed to be orchestrated by the city's former mayor, Michael Bloomberg. He seemed to actually go over to Kamala Harris and encourage her to greet Donald Trump. They shook hands, and just remarkable, really, Michael, this is only the second time, apparently, that they've actually met. Now, the first time was on that debate stage last night when Kamala Harris also went over to shake Donald Trump's hand. It was a pretty tense debate, as you say. The main topics, immigration, the economy, abortion, and then that bizarre mention by Donald Trump of the conspiracy theory about migrants eating household pets in Springfield, Ohio. That's certainly getting a lot of afterplay on social media today. But Donald Trump says that he won the debate. He's been out and about. He talked to Fox News today, and he said that most polls had him about 90 to 10 coming out ahead in that debate. A couple of the polls don't seem to back that up, a CNN and a YouGov poll having Kamala Harris well out in front. Of course, whether that actually translates into people switching who they're going to vote for or deciding that they're going to vote for Kamala Harris, we don't know. And interesting, in those polls, when you actually ask the voters about who came out ahead on specific issues such as immigration and the economy, it seems that there Donald Trump does have the upper hand.
Russia and China are taking part in a joint naval and air exercise involving hundreds of ships and warcraft. The two countries have deepened ties as Russia becomes increasingly isolated from the West due to its invasion of Ukraine. Russia's Navy chief says 90,000 troops are involved in the exercise called Ocean 2024.
The Russian Defense Ministry says these exercises will span across the Pacific and Arctic Oceans and the Mediterranean, Baltic and Caspian Seas. So that's stretching from Europe across to the far east of Russia and down into Asia. Now, a notice from the Chinese Defense Ministry also said the two navies would cruise together in the Pacific for the 5th time, and that they would carry out drills aimed at strengthening their response to threats in and around the Sea of Japan and further north. Russia and China have held military drills together before, but Russian President Vladimir Putin says for his country, these are the largest they've held in 30 years. Vladimir Putin has accused the US of aggression and trying to upset the balance of power in the Asia-Pacific in an address as the exercises began.
The US is essentially provoking an arms race, disregarding the security of its European and Asian allies, creating the preconditions for a dangerous crisis situation in Europe and the Asia-Pacific region. I want to emphasise that Russia must be prepared for any development of the situation.
This is just the latest development in a continuing trend of closer ties between Moscow and Beijing since Presidents Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping agreed to a no-limits friendship in 2022, not long before Putin launched Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The US and NATO have been pressuring Beijing to stop supporting Russia's defence industry by supplying so-called dual-use items like semiconductors. However, this is something that the Chinese government has denied. But the US Deputy Secretary of State Kurt Campbell took it a step further this week, saying that he had provided European and NATO allies with details of China's, what he described as China's substantial support of Russia's military-industrial base.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Chukai Sports. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go, one more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections. Communities will get faster speeds and wider coverage. And business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. Plus, everyone will benefit from onshore storage that brings browsing home. It's all part of our ongoing billion kina nationwide investment. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Celebrate your 49th Independence Day with Harwich Hypermarket Lucky Draw. Shop at Harwich Gardens or Vision City for your chance to win lots of exciting prizes worth over 150,000 kina, including the grand prize of Toyota Vanguard SUV. Simply spend 50 kina or more, write your name and contact details at the back of the receipt, drop it into the entry box to enter. You don't want to miss out, so hurry and shop now. Harwich Hypermarket, where your kina buys more. Terms and conditions apply.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck. like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Boys, what are you doing? Eating without me. Yeah. Want some? Thanks, brother. Yeah, jump in. Snacks noodles, taster, but I like it more.
Hi, my name is Bao Waiko, and welcome to this exciting journey into the world of cocoa farming. In this series of Skills TV, we're going to embark on an adventure exploring the world of cocoa production. Join us as we unlock the potential of cocoa farming for a more brighter and sustainable Papua New Guinea.
Coming soon, right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. The Women's National Santos Cup competition gears up for the grand final this weekend at the Santos National Football Stadium in Port Moresby. Women's grand finalists are the Central Dabaris to play the Goroka Bintango Lahanis.
With the big day 2 days away, Dabaris coach Ketty Nayap spoke of her team's preparation.
Really good in terms of attendance to training and the experience also, them trying to build a good team culture. They've been really respectful to the coaching staffs and the attitude towards training and all that. Plus, it's like a new thing where they have to. Normally in the club trainings, they train like 40 minutes or 1 hour in a day for 3 or 4 days. But this time around, they're doing gym sessions and going on the field training on odd hours like 2 to 4. It's like a new experience.
In the first 2 weeks, Coach Nayab said her team couldn't cope.
Yeah, we saw that the first couple of games, it was a bit slow, but as you all might have witnessed also, the intensity of the game and the skill level has really improved.
Lahani's captain, Carol Hemu, said they're prepared for the upcoming finale this Sunday.
Preparation was going really well and we are looking forward for this weekend game.
Goroka Lahani's captain, Delilah Apose, reiterates with her team's game plan.
To just work on the basics, do the right thing, and focus on complete a set of 6. This opportunity has given a second chance to all the women and girls back at the village. So I would like to encourage the girls and the women back in the village to, keep working hard on their dreams.
Lahani's coach Michael Moses was pleased on how far the team has come despite the setbacks they've faced back home.
Very fragile, like you can have a whole week of preparation and then the final day and then somebody comes up with something and the whole, like it's a bad apple in the tin and everything collapses. Yeah, so with that in mind, I'm using psychology mostly. I'm just talking to each and every one of them to have a dream, have a goal. Our province is bigger than any one of us in there. If they, the franchise can just remove me tomorrow, get somebody in. These are some of the examples that I give. And the other thing is rugby league was just another amateur sport, but it's now an industry.
He then shared the challenges he's faced, being his first time to coach a women's team.
We were strong. I was like, the motto in the team was 4 fingers So I said, do not point fingers at anybody, just the 4 fingers are pointing back at you. Put your head down and work really hard. Have a dream. Write your dreams, put it on the wall. When you wake up every morning, you see your dreams, you wake up, you start running.
Both teams are looking forward to Sunday and have wished each other the best of luck. Claire Mauta, Chukai Sports.
Meanwhile, for the men's, the Papua New Guinea National Rugby League competition will be having their grand final match this Sunday at the Santos National Football Stadium, where Mount Hagen Eagles will take on the Croton Hela Wigmen.
Having been a team that has remained at the bottom of the ladder for years, Coach Francis Ray is pleased with how far the Mount Hagen Eagles have come.
Starting the season back in February, nobody thought we were going to make it to the grand final or pick up that minor premiership. But, along the way, we never had our home games. We played most of our games in Minsk, our home games in Minsk, and then most of our games we played here in Pullman. It has helped us, along the way to secure the minor premiership. And then to be in the grand final, it's a dream come true for everyone.
Noting that his team is made up of newbies, Ray said the preparation towards the finale are in place.
Our preparation during the 2 weeks was good. We're looking forward to the game against the Wigmen just a couple of days away.
Eagles captain Henry Wan reiterates on how happy he is to lead the team to the grand finals, having achieved his goal. He then thanked his coach for the changes brought forth to the team and club and said the team will bring the A game.
Finally, nothing changes for us. We came a hard way and a very tough way, so we'll give what we got and we won't let our supporters and sponsors and everyone down.
Wigmen coach Michael Moses revealed their game plan against the Eagles.
Preparation is going well. I think just only we're losing one player this weekend, but like as I've said, like whoever's that wear the jersey, they can put a performance week in, week out. So we're looking forward to whoever's that comes in here.
Wigmen's captain Solomon Pokari said there's trust among them and they believe they'll be ready for the big game.
To the grand final, it's like for us, it's like 1/4 of the team is not new. All the old boys and 3/4 is like all the new boys, and like feeling is like balance in the camp, and we're looking forward for the big game on Sunday.
Coach Moses makes an appeal to supporters of both teams.
To both sides, I think. At the end of the day, rugby league wins, so we appeal to everyone that comes over the weekend, come and support your teams, be a good spectator. Whichever way the result goes, at the end of the day, it's all about rugby league.
Claire Mauta, Chukai Sports.
Chukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports.
Get ready for the biggest Gala League and Win promotion ever! Gala is sharing the love with even more prizes and more winners nationwide, all worth a whopping 300,000 kina! Prizes up for grabs include iPhone 15s, Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultras, electric scooters, DJI drone, and the list goes on! Buy your favorite Gala stick ice cream, check the stick for a winning prize, and if you're lucky, call 73211-217 to claim your prize! Promo ends Friday, 8 November 2024. Terms and conditions apply.
At Telecom, we're boosting our network. Households will enjoy better connections, and business will profit from new towers and a more secure network. It feels good to be building a faster, stronger network for PNG.
Celebrate your 49th Independence Day with Harwich Hypermarket Lucky Draw. Shop at Harwich Gardens or Vision City for your chance to win lots of exciting prizes worth over 150,000 kina, including the grand prize of Toyota Vanguard SUV. Simply spend 50 kina or more, write your name and contact details at the back of the receipt, drop it into the entry box to enter. You don't want to miss out, so hurry and shop now. Harwich Hypermarket, where your kina buys more. Terms and conditions apply.
Mas Lolo Rolls.
82.
scene. We check out the CRU Premier Division semi-finals. We take a look at the Gateway Children's Fund Charity Golf Day. And we speak to PNG squash representative Gabriela Cox.
Final, and just trying to maintain that.
Hi, this is David Mead, and you're watching Sports Scene.
Tonight at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. The NCD Dart Association prepares to participate in the National PNG Dart Tournament in Kokopo, East New Britain. The competition is set to kick off on the 16th of this month. Expressing much enthusiasm and anticipation for the tournament was the president of the NCD Dart Association, Dr. Kapua Kapua.
PNG National Darts Federation national titles. So it is pretty much the best of the best in the country going to play together for the national championships. So it's made up of team games and singles as well, and that's usually where they. It's also a pathway for the selection into the PNG national team as well. So it's pretty much the. It's the top game of darts, top championship of darts in the country.
The president said the NCD team has both male and female participants.
For us at NCDDA, we are taking 4 teams, 2 women's teams and 2 men's teams, all of 6 each. So about 24 athletes will be going up. And then, of course, supported by the managers and the coach as well. So in all, we have about a traveling group of about 30 that will be attending these championships. Well, all the corporates that are involved with our corporate darts, so indirectly sponsoring us in a way. And one of our main sponsors is Kumu Petroleum, that have been very kind to us and have helped the association move forward. Also our guys at Pacific Racing, and of course NCDC.
The teams participating for NCD are the Lakatoi and Vanagi men's and women's teams. Captain of the Lakatoi women's team, Mata Sere, expressed confidence for her team.
We've been preparing ourselves for this, and I think that I'm certain that the ladies will deliver what we are and achieve what we are going for. So yeah, I'm confident in the team, in my team. We've got really strong female players in the team, and going back to our preparation since the start, like a month, 2 months ago, they've done really well. They've stepped up to the game, and I'm quite impressed with all of them. And we've just tried to work on our team game and our doubles as well.
The National PNG Dart Tournament is set to take place on the 16th to the 22nd of this month. While elaborating on the case of sponsors for the NCD team to the National PNG Dart Tournament, NCD Dart Association President Dr. Kapua expressed the challenges involved in how many consider dart as a leisure sport than for competition.
Pretty fortunate in that we've been able to run what we call the Corporate Darts Challenge here in the NCDDA at the Car Club, and that has brought in a lot of vital funding for us. Traditionally, trying to get sponsors has been very difficult for darts, mainly because of this, I suppose, they don't see darts as a sport. They see it more as a social pastime that people enjoy, but it is actually a sport, and it's a global sport, and it's one that's has been picking up momentum, especially with the younger generation. So we do have a lot of, and now we have we have our representations. We go to the national titles, and then after that, we have a team that's picked for international duties. So just like with any other sporting federation.
And that ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
It's the simple things that make life more meaningful and memorable. To rejuvenate in a perfect setting and enjoy every moment. It's about your time, enjoying great taste, to relax and unwind. Shady Rest Hotel, a great place to stay in paradise.
Boys, what are you doing? Eating without me. Yeah. Want some? Thanks, brother. Yeah, jump in. Snacks noodles, tastier, but I like it more.
MTV presents Vocal Fusion Season 11, 2024. The Top 5 airs this Sunday at 7:30. Stay tuned to your number one to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him on the walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And now looking at the weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City becoming partly cloudy with rain showers at some spots and inland thunderstorms developing. Popondetta partly cloudy with few rain showers and drizzles. In the Momase region, Ley City cloudy with some rain and Vanimo mostly cloudy with few showers. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, mostly cloudy with period of rain and thunderstorms, and Buka, mostly cloudy with period of rain showers and possible thunderstorm. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy with rain and thunderstorm, and Mendi, Tari, and Wabek, cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Thursday, the 12th of September 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
It's Smile O'Clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Gotta brush our teeth. Time o'clock. It's Smile O'Clock. Smile O'Clock. Time o'clock. So brush, brush, brush. Everybody is up, up, up. Everybody now brush, brush, brush.
Coming up next,